Welcome to Showtime with me, Aisha. On this program, we'll bring you everything entertainment, such as music countdown, trending discussions, celebrity gist, celebrity gossips, trending stories, and lots more. But before then, let's take a quick break, and when we return, we'll go down the list of our interesting segments together. Welcome back. Our first segment today is Trending Gist, and our topic for today is controversy of the social media. We'll be looking at how social media has exposed some bad habits, corrected some anomalies, and put some of our celebrities on the spot, thanks to social media. We'll be taking a look at how some activities posted on social media corrected impressions and caused some people to adjust their belts. To analyze this, I have Eric and Hajara with me. You guys are welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. All right, a few days ago, the social media was buzzing with the arrest of Kiss Daniels, saying that he was supposed to appear on a show in Tanzania, but he failed to do so, and they didn't take it lightly with him. So the issue here is, with the comments from on social media, it shows that he's not the only person with such background, you get? So my question is, with all the fame and all the fans and money they already have, why all this negative attitude?
Well, for me, it's sometimes, I think they overrate themselves as artists. They see themselves as superior beings compared to other people. Okay. But as the case may be, yes, it has happened with a couple of other artists, not just Kiss Daniel himself.
Oh, really?
We had people like Buju, we had Simi, we had also the likes of Burna Boy coming up for a show that was prompted to be at 7 p.m. We see them coming for those same shows at 2 p.m., oh, wow, sometimes 4 a.m., and it's really hilarious. I think of it as these artists not valuing their fans enough. And if a stadium of 45,000 capacity fills up for you to come and perform, I think you should see that as something highly influential and use that opportunity to showcase your art. Like, it's an opportunity that a lot of artists, coming up artists, are looking for, and all these big artists or so-called big artists are taking those things lightly or taking it as just a menial act. But for me, Kiss Daniel had to face the consequences of his actions, and I think it was rightly so that he get to perform a free show after him missing the show. And if you look at the excuses of all of these artists, they are all just menial, flimsy excuses.
For Kiss Daniels, he said he left his chains.
Yeah, like he
didn't come with his chains and his rings. So
like he lost his bags and has some accessories as little as
something he can just purchase.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The show promoter even was let him know that he could go to any
and get them
store and just get those accessories that he needs to perform, and he was like, no, he can't. And sometimes that's absurd.
While we blame the artists, I think that we should blame their management as well, because sometimes the artists are actually well-to-do, like they can behave themselves, but they might have bad management, which causes a lot of drama in between.
That's really true. Because
some managements will say, oh, I've not gotten my full payment, so we're not going on with the show, and then it's like nothing goes on without management, because they do the bookings, they take payments and all of that, and then there's a percentage. So I think that if they have issues with their management, they should work on that, because I can fire management. I'm the artist, so I think that's shitty too. So they can work on it. And talking about Eric's point, he said they take us for granted. Yes, I agree. I went to a show. This is my experience. Wizkid live in concert last year. So imagine a concert that is all about Wizkid, and Wizkid came at around 3 a.m. to perform. And honestly, I went there like past 12 saying, oh, okay, if I get there at 12, Wizkid will come by 1:30 and perform and we'll go home. We waited till 3 a.m. and he came and just performed for a few minutes and left.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was really painful because everybody was there because of him, and then he just came for a few minutes. He even came late. then you performed for a few minutes and you left. So I think if they start seeing us as the people who put them out there, because if we don't pay for these concerts, you can't come and perform. You won't just come.
That's true.
You won't even be where you are today. But
That's true.
you know, like he said, they behave like they are gods. So yeah, I think that's just one of the issues that should be checked.
Okay, so if social media never called Kiss Daniel out, or the video never went viral, do you really think that he was going to come back and apologize and even give a free show?
Well, he wouldn't have, because his PR would just cover it. You know, they'll just say something flimsy and that will be all. So, and even if that video didn't surface, imagine someone tweeted or said something without evidence, his fans will come at that person.
That's it.
You know, sometimes evidence is good. So I think the evidence really helps, because without that, they would have attacked that person that said, oh, Kiss Daniel didn't come to perform or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Hajara. Looking at those events and how everything came about, you could clearly see that the show was scheduled for like 7 p.m. and the promoters had to even call him, begging him to like at least show up, even if it's just for an hour. And talking about your situation when Wizkid performed at Abuja here, I was also there. I was there, I think, around past 12, just like yourself.
Just imagine.
Past 12, and we were like, at least he will be there by 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Then before 4, everybody is like on his way home. But it was not the situation. But coming up stage, I think he also apologized, saying that his flight took off late. When he landed, he didn't have to change clothes, just like the Kiss Daniel situation. Yeah. The same clothes he used on his flight were the same clothes he performed with. Yeah. And even though that day the show wasn't as planned, or it wasn't as good as we expected, it to be, but like that apology and that valuing your fans, it's also really appreciated. Yeah. So I think the reaction from Kiss Daniel and his team was also pinpoints, with them doing a free show, also refunding the money back. But all of those could have easily been avoided.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some people would have just dropped some things off their schedules and then come.
So Hajra, if this, what happened in Tanzania actually happened in Nigeria, do you think Kiss Daniel could have been arrested?
Well, I don't think so, because it has happened and nothing really went down. Yeah. So I think the Tanzanians just took it really personal, and I don't blame them, honestly, because I heard if you convert the money they paid, it was a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But it has happened in Nigeria, and then nobody got arrested. Yeah. Nobody got arrested.
Just imagine you guys
like
are saying, giving your experience right
somewhere. Now. I don't know, I can't remember the state. He came on stage for just 10 minutes.
Just imagine. Yeah. And it was his own concert.
He was paid to come and perform, and he performed for 10 minutes, and there was nobody said anything.
No complaints.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we accept it. So.
Wow.
So you see, okay, all right. You know, social media is a very, very strong instrument. Like a lot of things can go wrong and go right if you use it well, yeah? Okay, I saw in a viral video posted in one blog like that, but a very, very popular blog on social media. It showed an FRCN, the caption read, an FRCN officer singing praise and worship after collecting bribe from the passengers, you get?
Yeah.
And in that video, as I watched that video clearly, there was no bribe in it.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
But because her followers already trust that platform, you get? And they've already seen, they just read the caption and they've already concluded in the comment section. So just a little, only few watched the video. And from the comment section, you see them saying, please go back and watch that video. There was no bribe, there was no bribe. So with this, I want to ask, do you think that the social media should be checkmated?
Yeah, I think the social media, it's a huge platform. It's a whole world on its own. I think, and for anything to thrive in this world and for anything to go as planned in this world, there should be order. There should be a way to check all of this. There should be a watchdog for all of this. So order is key in anything you do. So posting or uploading wrong information or misleading information about people, it's unaccepted.
Yeah,
it's not right. And I think portraying somebody in a light that is not true, I think there should be a punishment for that.
You know, there was a time that the federal government wanted to checkmate, said they were going to checkmate the social media, but I don't think it's up yet. But I kind of agree with that for me.
Well, if you look...
I agree with it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have been misled and a lot of people have lost their sanity because from social media, people have committed suicide.
Yeah.
You know, because people go out there and say a lot of things about them. Before you know, it blows up.
Yes, and there are blogs that are being paid to
actually do that.
Yeah,
yes.
and they don't ask questions. They don't go for researches. They just do what they want to do. And
absolutely.
that tarnishes someone's image.
It does. And I think, yeah, they should checkmate it because people are on social media 24/7 and they see a lot of things. They agree with a lot of things. Just like you said, there are people that trust certain platforms that whatever they put out there, they just believe it, whether or not it's true or not.
Yeah.
So they just tarnish people's image and then they cause people to, you know, have depression. You know, people just go offline because they don't want to come online and then people are dragging them for something that is not true, but somebody had already put it out there.
Yeah.
So I think it should checkmate it.
How about you?
Yeah, honestly, for me, if you look at a lot of checks have been put into place. Not all of them have been fully enforced and fully rolled out, but like when you look at how they suspended some social media some social media users from being able to access some page for a period of time, we could see that the information that we were getting from those pages and the information that we were getting before the suspension were two different things.
Yeah.
How people use those platforms became different. Social media is a very huge tool in our modern day world today. People use it for good. So it's just two sides of the same coin. People use it negatively and positively. I think when you look at the positives, there are a lot of positives. When you look at the negative, there are also a lot of negatives. So the best way to put this in check, like you said, is giving a limit and verifying information before uploading. I think there are some platforms that take out information that are not true or suspend pages that post. So
copyrighted stuff get deleted from your page.
So I think it's quite like really good to see such actions when you upload something that is not accepted by the public. It gets taken down or your page gets suspended. I think there are some measures that have been put in place for all of those to
just imagine
to be
someone called a certain page out on TikTok last week, I guess. He just woke up one day and someone just posted his 15 of his pictures saying, "Rest in peace to my uncle."
Wow.
You understand? Like she captioned it like, "Rest in peace to my uncle." And she now used all this sorrowful music. Yes, and it was trending.
And if you look at it,
so
you see
and
the problem with those kind of
page
people, you know, on social media they'll say clout chasing is a disease. I agree, because people just wake up and they are bored and they just want to trend. Like a girl that said she was raped some months back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it.
Okay.
And then when she trended, it happened that she was just looking for attention, cheap attention, according to her. She apologized later. But before the apology, she put out people's pictures and phone numbers.
Just imagine.
Yes, and those boys got calls from people saying, "You're rapist, you're this,
that's the problem. You don't get to investigate this whole thing. But immediately you just see the picture and number on social media. That is it.
And adding to the suspension you were talking about, I think that the social media also have favorites, if you ask me. Because people post a lot of things and they don't get suspended.
Yeah.
But a random account might say something wrong for the first time and then the fans of another person will report that account aggressively.
That's true.
And before 24 hours,
That's true.
that person goes.
And that's true because the popular blog that I saw that stuff, you know what, the truth is they were meant to be reported. But I don't think nobody reported that blog because it's still existing, you get? And they didn't even drop that video. Even yesterday I saw it.
Exactly.
It's still there.
You know, there's a popular blog
and this man's face is there, you understand? They videoed him like he was singing praise and worship songs with the passengers, you get? But he was not collecting anything.
He was probably just being polite.
Yes, so that's very, very wrong. And I think, like you guys said, with your few points, like social media should actually be checkmated.
Yes, it should.
And it should be a very serious one. You get? Because
it has to be.
yeah, you said it's already been put in place,
some
but
measures.
there's no, it's
more.
not serious. Yeah, we really need
For
more.
instance, when Twitter was down, people were using VPN. If Nigeria was serious about it, people wouldn't have been able to use VPN.
Yeah, that's true.
It went on, people kept using it, even people in government.
They
were still using. Yeah, it was so funny.
Just imagine.
You know, it's supposed to be for the good of everybody, but people were still using it, even the people that were part of the suspension. So they need to do something really serious. Like,
thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure having you guys in the studio today. I really enjoyed myself, and I think my viewers out there too had got to understand one or two from you guys. You get? Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.